Hello lovelies! We're back with a great tutorial for you today. I posted this one on the fan group a little while ago, and though it's just a variation on the Rachel's t-shirt tickle turban, which I will link in the description box below from Rapunzel, it's a little bit different because this is for the extra long t-shirt tickle, so you've got a lot of fabric and there's a lot more wrapping to do, and I just got asked how I got mine so sort of flat and not bulky and looking like the original tutorial. So stick with me. We've got a nice, simple, quick, and fun tutorial for you today, and the wonderful hack for creating beautiful turbans with extra long t-shirt tickles that aren't bulky or messy looking. So let's get right to it. All right, let's get right to it. So I'm wearing a classic shaper today from Rapunzel because it's my absolute favorite to wear with turbans because it gives me the look I like. But all we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our extra long t-shirt tickle. In this case, it's the Dusty Rose. And we're gonna tie one end quite short and one end quite long. But because it's a turban, we're going to put the knot at the front of our head, obviously. So your short end, you don't want very long at all. Like I'm talking like maybe arm's width, thereabouts. And you're gonna keep the short end on the end that you sort of want your knot. If you want your knot on a particular end, for me, I usually just have it in the center. Okay, so I've just fit it to fit my head, or folded the scarf to fit my head. Word, Stephanie. As you can see, I didn't bring it all the way up, and I do that on purpose with turbans because I find that if I bring it all the way up to the front, it gets too bulky. But as you can see, I've got one short end, it's about arm's length, and then one giant long end. Ooh. All we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it up to the front of our head, and you're gonna tie it so that the long end, so cross over and under, the long end comes out the back of the knot. So that what you're left with, if you tie it right, should be your long end in the back and your short end in the front of the knot. If it's not right, then go ahead and retie it. Don't worry about all this because we're gonna cover it up. And you'll see when you do that, when you don't bring a lot of bulk up, you get those like less devil horns than you get sometimes when you tie a turban. And now all we're gonna do, for the time being, just put this over here. This is glamorous. This will make a good thumbnail. Just be like, I promise, this tutorial is gonna go your way. Watch me. Yeah. All you're gonna do is take the scarf at the front of your knot, and you're going to crinkle it up like so. And you're going to bring it down on top of your ear, on top of the front part of the shaper. You're gonna bring it down. And you're going to bring it all the way up. You're just going to sort of tuck it in here. Again, it looks super messy, but that's okay because we're going to hide it. And that's why I like the extra long t-shirt tickles, because if you try to do that with the regular length one, you can't bring it all the way up and around, and you have to like leave it here. And I find that I do not enjoy how that looks. And then you're going to take the extra long side, same side, and you're going to come down this way. And so that way the knot kind of like, I don't know, it just creates, for me, it creates a nicer knot. And this is going to look stupid and be sort of everywhere, but we're going to hide that. You could go this way if you wanted. See, as you can see, that creates different sort of knots. If you go this way, you get sort of this tiered effect. I personally, when I posted it, I went this way. So I'm going to do the same thing for you guys. So you're going to fan it out like so, crinkle it up, then you're going to wrap it once, all the way around. Same thing, make sure it's staying crinkled and fanned out once, like so, and you're going to cover the other end that's going on here, and then you're going to wrap it again a second time all the way around because these are so long. I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably pin it and leave it with the tail because that looks really cool too, like if you wanted to pin it here. But again, I had it all the way wrapped, and then you're going to come around like so. So as you can see, wrapped around twice, which is super beautiful, and it gives you a lot of wrinkles and a lot of interest in your turban, only it's not bulky, because that's the thing I was having an issue with when I first wrapped these, is it was too bulky. So here's the trick, you guys. So you're going to take this as it's fanned out, come along the top, sort of filling in. This is why I like this shaper, because there's like a little dip and we fill in. And we're going to come around, and then you're just going to find a place, a hole, something like that, to stick this under, like so. Oh no, I'm caught to my background. Ah. attack of the teal. And as you can see, what you're left with is a really pretty turban that's still nice and flat, but it has a lot of interest in how wrinkly it is and how many times it's been wrapped around. You don't get the weird spare tire. You could totally do this too without volume. You would just maybe have it a little bit bulkier because you wouldn't be able to hide it along the sort of end of the shaper. But this is what the other side looks like. So yeah, as you guys can see, really simple, basically the same thing as Rachel's turban tutorial for the original t-shirt tickle, which I will link below if you want to see that one. But it's basically the same thing, only because the one end is so very long, we're wrapping it around twice, almost a whole third time, and then tucking it. And you're left with this beautiful turban. So much interest. Like I said, you could do the other way if you wanted a more sort of tiered knot. But yeah, this is what I call my pajamas of the wrapping world. This is usually what I wear when I want to wrap, but I don't want to spend a lot of time. I don't want to do anything fancy. I just want something nice and simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this video, please hit like. If you want to see more, either follow me on Instagram where I post all my looks, or please subscribe because then you'll get notifications every time I put up something awesome. So go forth, my lovelies, wrap boldly, create awesome turbans, and I can't wait to see them. Bye, everyone.